Hello everyone. Today the topic is a very simple and beautiful poem composed by Frank Flynn, and the poem's title is The Shed. Frank Flynn, Francis Stanislaus Frank Flynn is his complete name. He was born on 6th December 1906 and he died on 29th July 2000. He was born in Sydney, Australia, and by profession he was a doctor. He was also an author, a writer, and a missionary priest. Now let us know the theme of the present poem. This poem is about a child's curiosity. In this poem, we are told how curious children are. The agitations of children are also shown here. A child's fears and a child's inconstant mind. All these things are shown there in this poem. Actually, the poet looks deep into the mind of a child. The poet, as a child, talks about the shed. They have got a shed, and he is talking about that shed and its significance. He talks about the significance of the shed. Now, let's have an overview of the poem. The poem comprises of 4 stanzas. In first 3 stanzas, the poet talks about the physical features of the old and shabby shed that they are having. They have got a shed that was old, it was shabby, it was dirty, and it was quite strange. So, in all the stanzas, he talks about the shed. But in 3 stanzas, he talks about the physical features of the shed. In first stanza, he talks about the door of the shed that is rusty, that has got cobwebs. And in second stanza, he talks about the window of the shed. The window panes are having cracks onto them. In third stanza, he shows the floor. He talks about the floor of that shed, and the floor is said to be rotten. Rotten because of water, because of not in use for so many years, and because of the wood worm. So the floor was rotten. So these 3 stanzas talk about the physical features of the shed. In fourth stanza, the poet shows the rational attitude of the child who shakes off all his fears. In all 3 stanzas, the child shows his fear because the shed was looking dirty, looking scary to the child. And in fourth stanza, he sheds away all his fears and he rationalizes his fears, and he says that all his fears were in vain, they were useless. Now, before reading the poem, let's know what a shed is. A shed is a small room. It is away from the main building of the house, and this small room is used for storing or keeping things, animals, tools, vehicles, etc. For example, cow shed in which cows are kept, a tool shed in which tools are kept, and a wood shed in which wood is placed. So the poet is also talking about such shed. Now let's read the poem. The shed. There is a shed at the bottom of our garden. So where the shed is situated at the bottom of our garden, at the far end of the garden, we can say at the brink, at the edge of the garden, very far from the main building of their house, with a spider's web hanging across the door. And that shed is very old. And in this line, it is mentioned, but indirectly it is said that the shed is no more frequented by people. People do not go there generally or often in this shed, because we can see spider's web, cobwebs hanging across the door, hanging, dangling, swinging, suspending across the door. So these cobwebs suggest that people do not come there in that shed. The hinges are rusty and creak in the wind, and the hinges are the joints on which doors are stuck, on which doors swing. As this structure, this is hinge, this is a hinge. So the hinges are rusty, and because the shed was no more in use, that's why the hinges of the shed got rusty. Rust was there onto the hinges. And when the wind blows, the door moves slightly, and the door moves here and there. Then a strange creak sound is heard. When I'm in bed, I lie and listen. The boy listened the sound of the door of the shed. The boy listens the sound when the wind blows and the door of the shed moves because of that wind, and it creaks. It makes short and high pitched sound. I will open that door one day. And in last line, the boy shows his determination that one day he will open the door. So this was the first stanza. In the first stanza, he talks about the shed and says that the shed was not inhabited by people. People do not come here, or family members do not come here usually. The door is rusty, it creaks when the wind blows, and the poet, as a child, he would listen to the sound, to the creaking sound of the door when the wind blew. And in the last line of the stanza, the poet, as a child, he shows his determination to open that door one day. But now he is slightly afraid to open because of the strange noise, because of the strange look of the shed. Now, the second stanza. There's a dusty old window around at the side. Now, in the second stanza, the poet talks about the window of the shed. There's a dusty old window. The window was covered with dust because, as it is mentioned earlier, that the shed was no more in use. The family members would not go to the shed often. That's why the window panes are dust covered. Around at the side, at the side of the house, there is a window with three cracked panes of glass, and the window panes are cracked. There are three window panes onto the window. Three sheets of glass are there onto the window, and these three sheets of glass are broken slightly. They have got cracks onto them. I often think there is someone staring at me each time that I pass. I often think, and the boy as a child, whenever he would pass by the shed, he would think, he would think, or he would feel as if someone was staring at him from within the shed each time that I pass. Whenever the poet as a child would pass by the shed, or by that part of the shed where the window was there, and there was a sensation in the heart of the child that someone was staring, was looking at him from within the shed. So it makes him terrified. I'll peep through that window one day. But now he thinks that he would peep through that window one day, because as a child he is afraid. When he was a child, he was afraid, and when he was in the house, he was sleeping, he was in his bed, and then he determines that one day he will peep, he will look through the window into the shed. So, the second stanza is about the window, and is about the fear in the heart of the child that someone is there in that shed, in fact, that looks at him. And he shows his fear here, and in the last line he shows his determination again to look through the window one day, to overpower his fear one day. Now the third stanza is about the floor of the shed. My brother says there is a ghost in the shed who hides under the rotten floorboards, and if I ever dare to set foot inside, he will jump out and chop off my head. Now he talks about his elder brother who tries to terrify his younger brother, or to terrify the poet as a child, saying that there is a ghost in the shed, because whenever the poet passed by the house, he would have some strange feelings in him. And the brother of the poet also terrified the poet by the name of a ghost. So his brother says there's a ghost in the shed who hides under the floorboard. The floor of the shed was made of boards of wood, and the boards of wood had been rotten. They had been rotten due to water, they had been rotten due to woodworm. So his brother would say that those rotten floorboards, they have the ghost there, or the ghost would live there under the rotten floorboards. and if I ever dare to set foot inside. And he also warned, the brother of the child also warned him, saying that the ghost would harm him if the boy would show the courage to set foot inside. The brother said that if the boy go inside the house, the ghost will jump out of its hiding place and the ghost would his head, cut off the head of the child. So the brother would also terrify the child. But I'll take a peek one day. But the child thinks again. But the child asserts again that one day he will have a quick look into the shed. One day he will overpower his fear and he will look into the shed. Now comes the last stanza. I know that there isn't really a ghost. Now the boy says, now the child, he rationalizes his fear. He says that it is known to him that there isn't any ghost in the shed. My brother tells lies to keep the shed for his den. And the child also knows that it was a rumor spread by his brother. His brother does not want that the child would come into the shed, would use that shed. That's why the brother tells a lie, because he wanted to keep the shed for himself only, for his den. Den is a secret place or a place where some secret plans are brewed by someone. So his brother tells lies to him because his brother wanted to use the shed for his own purpose. His brother does not want the child or his younger brother to use that shed. There isn't anyone stirring or making strange noises. The child also knows. He also knows that there is not anyone in that shed who stares at him, who looks at him, who gazes at him, or there isn't anyone in the shed who makes strange noises. And the spider has been gone from his web since I do not know when. The boy, the child, is not sure when did the spider leave that place, but he is sure now that the spider has gone from his web. He has left the place. I'll go into that shed one day soon. Again, he asserts the same thing. Again, he says the same thing, that one day he will go into that shed and he will find out everything by himself. But not just yet. So, the last stanza shows how the child tries to shed away his fears, how the child tries to remove his fears from his mind, and at the end, he had got some suspicion in his mind, because he says that he was not going to enter the shed the same time. It means he had got slight suspicion in his mind, but the first few lines of this stanza suggest that he is sure to remove his fears from his mind about anyone suspicious in the shed. Now let's read about the message. It seems that the poet wants to show the nature of children in the poem. The poem is really a simple one. It doesn't seem that the poet wants to give any message in that, but impliedly he gives a message. He gives a message by the action done by the child. He wants us to know that we should show our rational attitude towards everything and every happenings around us. He wants that we should use our own wisdom, we should use our own intelligence, and then we should judge something. The child is doing the same thing. The child is afraid of going into the shed. He thinks that there is something in the shed, but at the end of this chapter, we see that he rationalizes his fears, he looks into his fears deeply, and then he asserts that his fears are in vain, that he need not have the fear because what he was thinking were wrong. He thought that there was someone in the shed, there was some grotesque figure staring at him, creating so much noises. Even his brother also confirms it. But at the end, he asserts that those things are only the creation of his own mind, and there was nothing to be afraid of. So the message is quite clear that we should use our wisdom, we should use our mind whenever we are in such grotesque situations. We should not come to conclusion instantly, rather we should use our wisdom and try to look into the matter deeply as the child does. So I hope you have understood the poem well. It is quite a simple poem, but the poet tells about the mentality of a child. He just looks deep into the heart of a child and gives this beautiful poem to us. So thank you for watching the video patiently. I hope you have understood the topic well. So like and share the video, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. See you with a new video on a new topic. Till then, bye.